welcome to episode 61 of Fort Riley, the podcast. I'm Colleen McGee with your USAG Fort Riley Public Affairs Office, and today we're going to talk about something that's been given many people during PCS season some difficulty. The reality of transportation is it's difficult right now, but we've got some solutions for you and we've got some resources. Let's check them out.
So I'm Brian Bartlett. I'm the multifunctional relocation supervisor. We help and we assist personnel who are coming into or out of Fort Riley with all their PCS and their move issues.
We know we have an issue with transportation movement right now with household goods getting shipped, and that's nationwide. What can you guys do for folks that need some things in the meantime?
The great thing is we have spent a lot of money and a lot of time working on our lending closet here at ACS. And it's a great program, and it has pretty much anything that a family would need to survive on, and in my opinion, for about 2 months. We have heavy-duty, double-wide cots for people to sleep on. We have sleeping mats to go on top of them to make it like a cushion. We have all the pots, pans, dishes, plates, vacuums, you name it. We got it. We even had children items. We have cribs. We have playpens, strollers, pretty much anything that you could probably need to survive. I mean, we have it here for families. All they have to do is walk in the door. They just sign their name, as long as they have an ID card, for 45 days at a time. Every 45 days, we'll renew the paperwork and reissue it, or they can just keep it until they are done. We'll work with them. So we're located up on the hill on Normandy Drive at 7264 Normandy Drive here at the ACS building. And all they have to do is walk in the front door, and we'll take it from there. If they don't have anything, I just say they just got married, don't own nothing, then we'll do our very best to get them linked in with our Army financial readiness team and talk about getting them either a loan or a grant to help them get on their feet, to get stuff for it's just like a washer, dryer, bedroom, food, couches, chairs, the necessities. Again, all they have to do is walk in the door, and it could be anybody, and we're here to support and help, but they've got to let us know. We're on social media. We're on Facebook. We have our own Facebook page, Moving to Fort Riley, where there's tons of videos all about moving. We work hand in hand with a moving company, with our transportation company on Fort Riley. We talk to them daily. And plus, we send out welcome letters to every soldier coming to Fort Riley. They'll receive a welcome letter with all this information. Matter of fact, we sent out over 2,000 welcome letters yesterday to all incoming soldiers. All they have to do is check their military account, and they'll be able to get their welcome letter with all this info about moving here.
Brian, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and I'll leave anything to help out the soldiers who are coming here, or actually the soldiers that are leaving, because that's also a big population right now. We want to help those guys as well.
My name's Laura Morris, and I am the Chief of Personal Property. This year is more difficult than normal peak seasons, just because the shortage of drivers and just listening to the news, I think they mentioned something around 60,000 less truck drivers on the road this year. And we're a small piece of the puzzle when you're looking at PCS moves and commercial industry and manufacturers and getting goods to our stores and everything else. So definitely has an effect on the military. We're not immune by no means.
So right now, a lot of folks are just plain frustrated. As you've explained the situation already, what does that do to your staff as far as trying to, untangle the lines of logistics?
It can be very difficult. Obviously, we empathize with each one of the service members and their family members because, moving can be difficult under normal circumstances. So we understand, the delays and being without your household goods. It makes things extremely difficult and stressful. So we empathize with them, and we can try and assist them the best we can, but we are limited on, we can't force ATST to get household goods to deliver to a service member or their family member if the resources just aren't there. So, it makes it difficult when you see people struggling and your hands are tied. Now, U.S. Transcom have initiated the inconvenience claim, made it a little bit easier for service members for filing inconvenience claims. So if their household goods don't arrive by the required delivery date, they are able to request an inconvenience claim with the TSP.
Do you guys help them get started with that process?
Absolutely. The TSP is supposed to initiate that once they realize they are not going to meet their timeline. However, once the inspector becomes involved, they do inquire with the customer on whether or not that has been offered to them, and then explain the process to them.
So how does a customer, one of our folks moving to Fort Riley, reach out to that inspector once they realize they're really in a tight spot?
Well, if their delivery has been scheduled and it's in the system as a scheduled delivery, our inspector will actually reach out to the customer. However, if they're running into issues with delays or anything like that, they should reach out to the transportation office immediately. The lead household good inspector's phone number is 785-239-3087. But they can also reach out to the PIPO directly, and that number is 239-MOVE. The most important thing is always reach out to the transportation office, before scheduling a move or moving. We see sometimes service members performing PPMs, which is the self-procured move, without reaching out to the transportation office, and that is inbound and outbound. We see new soldiers inbound and just want to get their families here, so it'll kind of rush the process, and then may not have all the actual receipts or documentation that's required, and so potentially lose out on monies that's owed to them.
This has been Fort Riley, the podcast. Thank you for listening.